I'm doing a save in Football Manager 2024. My goal is to break the domination of the Portuguese football by Porto, Benfica and Sporting. I'm using the fourth best team in Portugal to achieve that goal. Last season, in the first season of this save, we finished fourth with 60 points, behind Sporting in third with 78, behind Benfica with 84, and behind Porto with 86. And to start the second season, we made some good transfers because we just lost our best player in the last season to Manchester City for 30 million. So we brought to our ownership the sporting rights of Fran Navarro, which played last season for us, but it was at Football Clube de Porto. We brought him in for 3 million euro. Also, we brought a new left back, Thuan Lara, which we end up loaning to gain some extra time to Alver Caçada. And then also we brought another loanee for sure to the club, Maxi Araújo, that we got on a loan January last season from Sporting, and we bought it. We spent big, 9 million for this player. But I think he's the type of player that will allow us as a club to grow step by step, and we need to start bringing these good players into key positions so we can start competing with the giants. And 9 million means investment, means business, and let me tell you, it's pretty good right now. And also, we brought Eduardo Felicissimo for the future, because at the time that I brought him, he was 19 years old, and you can see right in the future, he has developed quite nicely. Then, throughout the season, we had some sad news. João Moutinho also left the club on a free. He was a key part last season in the part of our midfield. He had a lot of class, experience, and leadership, but we also lost one of our main central backs from last season that he also went out on a free to Las Palmas. Throughout the season, we also made some good profit, like in the end of the season when we sold Morlai Silla for 7 million up to 9. We also sold Andre Horta, Christian Rivera, Roberto Fernandes, El Wazani, and Robson Bamboo for good amounts, which allowed us to actually build up nicely, and hopefully next season we'll bring some good players with the money that we have done so far. Next, let's check up the injuries. So we can see Gustavo Sa is already here 3 times, so he's hurt 4 weeks, then 7 days, and then 7 weeks. He spent a long time injured, but he was still very good for us in the second season, you better believe it. Then Simon Banza, our main striker, got hurt as well for 3 weeks. And this wasn't a season at all where we had to worry about injuries. It was quite alright if you think about it. I've had way worse seasons in other Football Manager saves. Now to the important part. Where did we finish in the league in our second season? Well, we still finished 4th, and actually with less points than first season. First season we got 67 points, and we went to the semi-final of the League Cup, and we went to the final of the Portuguese Cup. But everything considered, I actually take this as a win, because we had a way rougher season than last season. As you can see here on the schedule, everything started nicely as we defeated Dundee United on our way to qualify for the Europa League. And then we drew Besiktas away 2-2, which is a great result, but then we lost 2-1 at home, so we're not qualified for the Europa League. We also start the Portuguese League with a loss at Benfica 3-2, and then we lose to Nacional de Madeira, totally unexpected, 3-1 at home. Fortunately, we still had a chance to qualify for the Conference League, and we beat Charleroi from Belgium to secure our passage. But we struggled away where we lost 3-2, and the third match for the league was a draw 2-2 as well. So it was a very complicated season, as you can see, great moment there, full of wins, but then a loss to Porto, a loss to Benfica, another loss to Benfica, a loss to Boa Vista, Moreirense, a draw to Banisca Ostrava, a loss to Aroca, and a loss to Famalicão. Really turned out the moment between January and the final of February the worst part of our season. But in the end, we came in strong as we dished a lot of damage in the league. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row, inclusive against third place Sporting, to really go and rescue the fourth place in our second season. And to top things off with the cherry on top, we drew with Porto 2-2 to guarantee that our growth is happening. And to be honest, we did went far in the Conference League just to be stopped by Famalicão of our own league, which we finished ahead. We finished fourth, they finished fifth, but they spent the whole season in fourth, and we were at times in 10th. There were times where the board wanted to give up on me, and I had to convince them to give me one more month at the job or explain them that we were unlucky because we were. And I think that our bad luck is very well exemplified in this short clip from one of my streams.
And it was a close match. Again. But they scored 2 more goals than us. But those with the 5.9 really hurting me, bro.
Because at this time, my goalkeeper, which is usually good, was having really bad performances and conceding too many goals, which was perturbing our results.
Yeah, that's true. We play really well, bro. If we go to the competition, Liga Portugal Betclic, XG table, we should be third, man. We should be third. We are in 11th and we should be third. I'm being completely super FM, especially an XG against. Mateus is really hurting us. I think I have to start using another keeper.
But in the end, we stayed in fourth place, which is the normal result for Braga, and we hope that in the next season we can use well the money that we have made this season and transform that into good signings so we can compete against the Giants of Portugal. To start the third season in a great way, we will see the transfers. We did a huge amount of transfers and we did abuse a little bit the installments feature of Football Manager 2024, but we got great players that are now a key part of our squad. Early in the season, we got Mathis Lambourt. He can play as a striker or as an inverted winger, and he's already developed really quite nicely. Then, we also brought in my favorite player of the safe so far, Nipan, a midfielder, only 3 million from Rosenborg, and he's developing so nicely. I think he'll be a great player for us in the future and right now. We brought a new goalkeeper from the B team of Benfica, Samuel Soares, but throughout the third season and the season that I'm currently in, he's been performing really good, but with some key mistakes at some time, which leaves me the desire to get yet an upgrade to the keeper position, but he was instrumental in increasing our defense and solidity. We also brought Samuel Gustafsson, which was a very good player at the time, but he actually didn't play a lot of games for us and he was sold even in that same season. Victor Wanayama, just as a joke, he's now retired and he's a assistant manager, I think, and he played a couple games for us, but then he went out on a free anyway. Here, Alanzinho was released on a free from Moreirense, and we picked him up, and he played actually quite few games for us in this season, and he was actually a very good player. Maybe he got released because of the wage he was receiving at Moreirense. We picked him up, we got him good use, and then we also sold him for good profit. Then we bring another of one of my favorite players, Oscar Zambrano from Ecuador. He's just a really good player. I love that pace in the midfield really allows for different types of play, and he came in for only 4.5 million. Then Diogo Spencer from Benfica, which in the season that he came in, I couldn't use him entirely because he already had played for two clubs in the same league and he can't play for more than two. So even though we spent 9 million and brought him to the club in the third season, we can only use him in the next season. Also, this is the current star of the save, Vivaldo Semedo. He's just a powerful striker with 16 finishing, 14 composure, 16 pace, and 17 acceleration as his key attributes. And he came in for 14.5 million, but that was some installments as well, I think, or we just paid 14 million, because I don't see the parentheses, but I'm pretty sure we did some installments, but maybe we already paid them up. Then we brought another star of the team. In the current season that I'm playing, this player has already 9 goals and he's a central back. That's Jair. He's not being very used by Benfica, so we picked him up for 11 million and he's just really good. He's super solid, he increases our defense and our attack in the set pieces as well. Then we brought Filippo Missori, one of our best players, as right back, and he came in from Sporting in January. In January, we made a lot of good signings: Vivaldo Semedo, Spencer, Jair, Missori, Constantellias, and André Gomes. And we got both of our fullbacks, the starting fullbacks, Maxi Araujo and Missori, both from Sporting. And this guy is just a beast. He's one of our best players by far. We also brought this beautiful player, Constantellias, from Greece, with 17 dribbling, first touch, 16 passing, 18 technique, 16 vision, kinda lacks in physical attributes, but he's really good for us, although he spends a long time injured, but he came in for up to 19 million and he is worth it. And then we brought the sub goalkeeper, Andre Gomes, which was very important in key moments, but overall still commits too many mistakes. We brought him for 2 million from Benfica. When it's about coming out, we sold quite a good amount of players. Our old right back, our old goalkeeper, Bruma, Ravajo, Gustavsson, Circati, Vitor Carvalho, all left for above 1 million fees, and they allowed us to keep afloat during this season where we did a lot of spending. But overall, we fortified so well. We have a youngster for striker and inverted winger on the wings, a master midfielder, a good goalkeeper, another master midfielder. Diogo Spencer can play fullback on the right side or on the left side, a star striker, a star central defender, star right back, a creative up there, and a good sub goalkeeper when Samuel Suarez gets hurt or commits too many mistakes. We sold some players that we would not end up using. Mateus, that is not that bad, but was committing too many mistakes for us last season. He went away for 6 millions up to 8, so that was very good profit, and I think we really fortified our team in a very good manner. It's now time to talk about injuries, and this season was hell. Roger Fernandes, one of our best players and still a youngster last season, he got hurt for 5 months in one single injury. Then our youngster, super potential central back, Gonçalo Cândido, got hurt for 6 weeks. Our new star, striker, and inside forward, Mathis Lambourg, got hurt for 6 weeks as well. Then Gabri Martinez, one of our wingers, our other striker Banza, and again Roger hurt for 4 weeks. Then a lot of people got hurt for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and it was just a tough season when it comes to the physical department. We had a lot of players repeating injuries. Roger Fernandes got hurt 7 days, 4 weeks, and 5 months. That's insane. So basically, 6 months and 1 week out of playing because of injuries. Look at Maxi, our left fullback, hurt 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 days, and then 3 weeks again. So, in conclusion, we suffered a lot with injuries in our third season, becoming the new Portuguese giant. A quick notice that you can find me live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick to see these videos being played live. You can see all the intricacies of the signings, talking with the players, the transfers, and all my reactions and the community reactions to our progress into becoming the new Portuguese giant. Also remember to leave a like and subscribe to the video, it really helps out, and leave a comment to let me know what you're thinking so far. Let's get to the important part. How well did we do in the Portuguese League third season? Were you able to become the new Portuguese giant, or at least get close to it by winning a title or something? Let's check it out. First match of the season was against Hervin, 2 legs for the qualification path of Europa League. We won 6-1 on aggregate, so that was pretty easy. And the first match for the Portuguese League meant that we should receive Porto at home. Let's see how we did it. Are we on level with the Portuguese Giants just yet, or do we need to develop more and wait more seasons? This is the team that we used against Porto, and in this season, I decided to use a different strategy when playing against the Giants of Portugal. We decided to play this formation that you see on the screen, still with intention to press and attack, but more defensive through more direct passes and passing into space. This is the main 11 that we used throughout almost the whole season, but those were our best players. Then you have to keep in mind that we had a lot of injuries as well, so we're not always using our best players, but throughout the season we're able to keep a stable first 11. The rotations were good as well, and let's see how well we did against Porto in the first match of the league. We actually started losing when, from a leftovers from a corner, Valentin Gomes made the goal for Porto, leading the match 1-0 at 12 minutes. We had a hard task ahead of us. Then, in the highlight immediately after the Porto's goal, we made a great build-up from the back, great teamwork play here from Nyakate to Quaresma. Quaresma builds through the left to Maxi Araújo to Zambrano, the new signing through the middle, to the other new signing Nyapan, Roger, the youngster, to the cross, and Banza takes the leftovers from Diogo Costa and scores the equalizer immediately after we conceded from Porto. We're back on level scores, let's get it. And yet again from the corner, Porto goes into a winning position, a great header from Marco Grujic. Great comeback from Porto, they deserve to be winning right now. 10 minutes away from halftime, I froze as Porto, after a great build-up from the central backs to the left, Grujic makes a pass to Eustáquio, Samu makes a great move to Francisco Conceição, and then he makes the cross to a goal. I thought our chances were over here, but luckily Porto was offside and we didn't concede the third goal, keeping our hopes up that we can eventually get a draw or even a win against one of the Portuguese giants. Oh, there was an offside over there, okay. And we went to halftime losing 2-1 at home to Porto. I encourage the team because I believe we can really do it. We do no changes and we go to the second half fighting for the draw or the win. And 2 minutes after halftime, Roger does this star move from our youngster and he makes the draw 2-2 on the scoreboard, and we believe we want the win. Let's get it. And then, after a good interception in the midfield, Nipan passes to Roger. Roger goes through the right wing into the box, and there is a cross, and Banza gets fouled in the middle of the box. The ref blows for the pen, and we're gonna take it. Gustavo Sa prepares to run for the ball. He makes the run, takes the shot, and it's a goal! We got the third goal against Porto. 60 minutes in the clock. We need to wait and hold half an hour this result to confirm an excellent start of the season, beating one of the giants of Portugal. And our keeper Samu saved the score for us with a great save here from the shot of Grujic. After recovering the ball from Porto's hands, we launched a very efficient counter-attack from Zambrano to Bruma. Bruma makes an amazing run through the middle of the park, passes to Gustafsson, Salazar leading the attack now, passes again to Bruma, Bruma to the box, he takes the shot and makes the 4-2. Diogo Costa could not reach it ever in his life, and we are confirming the victory in this match and an amazing start of the season. And there we go! First match of the season, we win at home versus Porto. Our new players came in clutch, Nipan and Zambrano. Zambrano didn't play really well, but he was in our first goal. Roger with 2 goals. No, 1 goal and 1 assist. Maybe 2 goals? No, 2 goals. 1 goal and 1 assist for Roger. Our defense is way better than last season. Quaresma and Nyakate. Also our new tactic, where our midfielder is actually in the front, really helps us defending solidly. With inverted wingers, they support the midfield. That's really, really nice for us. After that amazing win, we played Motherwell in the continuation of our Europa League qualification path against Benfica and against Motherwell again. So start of the Portuguese league was actually really tough because we had to play 2 of the giants that you want to beat in the opening matches. And we lost 3-1 to Benfica. We were not able to beat our second giant in a row, but we did defeat Motherwell 8-3 on aggregate to continue our path in the Europa League. Then we had a great run of games, 6-0 against Marítimo, a draw to Oroca, which kinda made our start a bit slow. Yes, we won against Porto, but then lost to Benfica and a draw there. So in 3 games, we only made 4 points. But then we got a bunch of wins for the league, inclusive against our bitter rivals Vitória de Guimarães. Then we had a weird loss for the Europa League against Las Colines, where we were actually FM. But from there on, we had an incredible run of only wins. After that very good run of wins in 11 games, we are now sitting in first, 4 points ahead of second place Sporting. Even though Benfica is in third, 5 points behind us, they have 2 matches in hand. But this start of the season has been amazing. We win against Porto as well. We have yet to play against Sporting, but we're doing really well in the league, winning and not drawing against the teams in the middle of the table and in the bottom of the table as well. In the Europa League, we also did quite well, having a very good run of results in the league stage. We lost to Las Colines and we lost to Marseille, but everything else was a win, especially great wins against Turkish sides, Galatasaray 4-1 and Besiktas 3-0. Our form since November was impeccable. Besides the losses to Marseille in the first loss in the league since we lost to Benfica in the second game, we had only wins to Portimonense, Qarabag, Rio Ave, Galatasaray, Estoril Praia, Famalicão, Vizela, Moreirense, Nacional, Porto, Guimarães, Antwerp, Besiktas, Marítimo, Aroca, and then we drew to Boa Vista 1-1, but even until the end of February, we got an amazing score. I wonder what position are we in. But before that, let's analyze our loss to Sporting. It was away, and I want you to see what happened in that game. It all started good for us when Nipan was playing through the middle and in the left to Araujo. Maxi through the left, back to Arrembi, today playing, not a lot of times for him. Nipan plays to Salazar, then Roger cuts into the middle and with a great shot, he scores an amazing goal and we start in the lead. Then 10 minutes to halftime, from a lateral free kick, we have a goal from Gonçalo Inácio, in which I think it is a mistake from our goalkeeper Samuel Soares, but it's still a draw and we still can get the win. Then, in a beautiful play from the back of the defense, Sporting was able to be in front of the result.
And yeah, we're not playing with our main defenders today. So far so good. Sporting on a good possession. Gyökeres with space.
But we kept insisting, and then out of a pressing situation, we got the tie back.
How is one of our best players just loses the ball right there? Oh, let's go, Laporte! Yeah! Yes, the pressure worked! Our press worked! Lambucht! Scoring a very important game versus Sporting, dude.
But then, from the corner, Sporting will get in the lead, and with a great strike from Nunes outside of the box, they will secure their win in this game. But that loss to Sporting didn't matter, because 23 games into the season, we sit in second with the same points as Benfica, with less 3 goal difference than them. So our run is catapulting us to be in the place of a giant, but we have to secure that title, and it seems it's going to be a race between us and Benfica, since Porto and Sporting are both in third and fourth, with 45 points, really far away from me and Benfica. Let's go for the title. Totally unexpected to have such a great season in the third season, but our signings kicked in, our tactics are working, and we're going to challenge our first title right now in becoming the next Portuguese giant. Next, we had an important assignment to continue our run in the Europa League, and we had the round of 16 versus Athletic Club, and the biggest miracle happened. After losing 3-1 away, then I thought it was over and I couldn't progress through Athletic, so I simulated the next match at home, and after winning 2-0 in normal time, we went to penalties and we won, guaranteeing us a passage to the next stage of the Europa League. And then we had in front of us the next challenge to face Benfica, whom we were competing with also to get the Portuguese League title. Let's see how that played out. The first leg was away, and it took until the 60th minute to see some action on the scoreboard. We got the ball from a right throw in, we do a good move into the left side, into the box, and Salazar scores the goal, making us in the lead of the result. And again, through a right throw in, we get close to the box, great cross into the box, and Gustafsson with a great header scores the second goal, and we are even more in the lead. Then at the 89th minute, after a good build back from the back, Jair plays to Zambrano in the middle, Zambrano to Constantelis in the right, back to Felicissimo in the middle, Constantelis in the wing, Zambrano in the middle, great possession, patient from Braga, Jair to Zambrano, into the middle of the box, Constantelis makes a great shot, it's a 3-0. Benfica left in shambles as we definitely take the win in the first leg of the fixture. When you're playing well, you say they can only smell it, eles só cheiram. But when you play super well, what you say is they don't even smell it. Eles nem cheiram a bola. They don't even smell the ball. It's so far away from them. Bro, Gustavo Sá, Constantelli, Zambrano, Jair, Quaresma, Lara, Soares, Garbi, and Missori. Everybody playing really well. Benfica with 0.29 XG. We nullified them. Unbelievable. In the second hand, Benfica in the 44th minute would arrive at the goal, building from the middle. Good pass into the right, Amad Diallo, yes he's here, makes a great goal past our keeper, and it's now 3-1 on aggregate. And at the 68th minute, from a corner, Gustavo Sá. Another corner for us. Salazar. Jair! Let's go! We got it! We got it! 4-1. It's so hard for them to come back now. Jair scores against their old team. Jair is scoring so many goals from corner for us. And that's it! We eliminate Benfica from the Europa League. For last season, we lost to Famalicão on the Conference League. And this season, we're taking Benfica away from the Europa League. Unbelievable. And unbelievable indeed, we are now going deeper into the Europa League, just after eliminating one of the Portuguese giants from the competition. This season is turning out to be amazing. After the amazing fixture against Benfica to the Europa League, we had an intense and crazy end of the season. As you can see, in May we got 3 draws in a row, one of them against Marseille, which ended up eliminating us from the Europa League. But after an incredible season, we got the title! 6 points ahead of Benfica. We got our first Portuguese title, the first ever for Sporting Clube de Braga in their entire history, and it was an incredible run. We got 28 wins, 4 draws and 2 losses. We lost to Sporting and Benfica. We drew to Sporting, Moreirense, Boavista and Roca. We finished with 61 goal difference, 83 goals scored and only 2 goals conceded. So Sporting were quite our antidote, giving us a loss and a draw. We were able to win against Porto and Benfica. That means that we finish in a great position. So in this season, we were able to get the Portuguese League, but we weren't able to get anything else. We didn't win the Portuguese Cup or the Portuguese League Cup, but we ended up winning the most important competition. Now, what does it mean to become the new Portuguese giant? It means that it's not enough to have just one title. We will define a period of time where we must at least get like 5 titles in like 8 years. 5 titles will turn us into a new Portuguese giant. In this winning season, our most important players were Samu Soares, Quaresma, Nipan, Lara, Salazar, Sá, Garbi, and Zambrano with over 40 appearances. Shoutouts to Maxi, which was really good as well, Nyakate, Roger, and Vivald Smith, which were really important. When it comes to goals, Banza and Smith both with 16 goals together with Mathis Lambourt. Also, Gustavo Sá with 14 goals, Garbi with 12, Roger with 10, really making our team really powerful, proficient, and efficient in perturbing the opposition. And like that, we're able to take our first giant step in becoming the new Portuguese giant. Great league title, totally unexpected in the 3rd season. Why do I think we won the title? Because our tactics made it very difficult for our opponents to keep up with us. For example, Benfica, Porto and Sporting all had a lot of possession and good percentage in passing, where we had more dribbling, we had more goals, more shots, and more recuperations made in the league as well. So our high press, quick counter-attacking style, together with an incredible defense, which by far was way best than last season's defense, even though that Samu, our new goalkeeper, still makes some mistakes, is not near to the troubles that Mateus was giving us last season. So the press and the quick counters with a very solid defense made sure that we only lost 2 or 3 times in the league throughout the whole season. Then also the new signings coming in real clutch, Nipan in the midfield, Vivaldo Semedo up top, and overall the youngsters that we had like Garbi, Eduardo Quaresma, and even Samu in goal grew up really nicely to give the support that the team needed. Also going deep into the Europa League and eliminating Benfica also made us even more noticeable in this race to become the new Portuguese giant. It was an amazing third season, and I can only expect even better performances in our next season. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment to let me know what you think about this save and how it's going. Until the next time, I wish you the best. See you soon.